Thank you so much for joining us. In today's session, we'll be discussing the difference between a contract and a project. We'll be looking into an example of a construction site where we are building a house, and we'll go into what is the difference between a contract and a project. So, this is a construction site. As we can see, they are busy building a house. So this we call a project, right? The entire process of building this house is the project. So from the initial idea until the finishing touches, this is a project. It has a defined beginning, it has a defined end date. It's temporary in nature, right? It's unique. So here you have your dream house, which is the project. And then we have the contract on the other hand. The contract is the legal binding document that outlined the specifications, the requirements, the terms of the construction, the cost, how much it's going to cost you, including any other critical details, right? It's in the contract where we allocate risk. It's in the contract where we put together what happens when there are disagreements or disputes. Remember, in most instances, you have the same person managing both the contract and the project. So there's nothing wrong with doing both, but we need to know that there is a difference even when we are playing the dual role with one person. It's mostly in big projects where you'll have one person who manages the activities and really runs with the project, and then you'll have one person who mostly deals with the correspondences in the contract, dealing with the payments, dealing with the contractual things, taking over the project and all of that. So in big projects there is in most cases two separate people, but what we understand is in smaller projects or ordinarily you would have one person doing both the roles. And let's always remember that the contract is between the parties, right? The contract is between the employer and the contractor. So the contract manager or the project manager would be managing the contract or managing the daily activities on behalf of the parties. Meaning, whenever there are things that will be going wrong or that will not go according to what has been drafted, we always need to go back to those that concluded the contract, which is the parties, the employer and the contractor. Let's continue to grow together. Let's continue to learn together. Remember to subscribe so that we can keep sharing some of this information with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.